2-week road trip through the interior of BC. We just left Vancouver this morning. We're going to be camping in the interior and then also driving up to the Rockies and going through the Rockies and then kind of looping back to Vancouver. So yeah, we'll be on the road for about 2 weeks, stopping on different places. So today is the first leg of our journey. We left Vancouver at about 9 in the morning. Now we're on the way to Merritt, and we are going to be staying nearby to Merritt. There's a provincial park called Monck Provincial Park. It is in the beautiful Nicola Valley, just outside of Merritt, BC, and it's sort of hilly, very dry, almost desert type of vegetation there, and that's going to be our first stop. So that's where we're headed right now.
Thoughts hanging over me. Oh, caught out this predicament. I can't get my head straight. Can't get my head straight.
Hi everyone, so today is day 2 of our road trip and we are just leaving from Monck Provincial Park, and yeah, we flew our drone a bit this morning, so hopefully got some good shots of the lake. It was very beautiful there, and now we're driving through this like hilly kind of countryside to Kamloops, and we're gonna go grocery shopping and buy a few things in Kamloops, and then we're driving up to Wells Gray Provincial Park, and we're gonna be camping there for 3 nights. Yeah, and it's a bit more remote, the campground we're at. I think there's like no cell phone reception. Hello everyone. Oh my god, it is so bright. Even though it's like overcast, it's really bright. We are at Clearwater Lake right now. We're still in Wells Gray National Park, and I'm just standing here on the canoe launch. Over here we rented a 2-person kayak for the day. I'm a little bit nervous about getting in because I have kayaked quite a bit before, but I've never somehow gotten into a kayak like from a launch like this. Every time I've gone kayaking, I've launched from a beach. So hopefully this thing won't tip over, but once we're in, it should be really stable and fine. This is where we're at right now. Here's our kayak. And here is the lake. It's overcast, but it's not raining. Yesterday it was rainy and kind of gross, so we managed to get in without tipping over. I've got my little wet bag and Ziploc and stuff with my things. Here we are on the lake. The sun is just coming out a little bit, and we are steering over here because we see some little sandbanks, I think, like tiny sandbanks. So we're gonna see if we can go to a sandbank, or if not, just paddle around a bit. It's so peaceful here. There's honestly nothing here. There's a little canoe rental, and then that's it. There's no civilization. There's no cell phone reception. There's no Wi-Fi. Here we are on the little sandbank. We've got our kayak here. Had a little bagel, and now we're gonna go back out on the lake. It's a little bit cloudy, but sometimes the sun will peek through, and then it's so beautiful because then you can really see the color of the lake. It's much more blue, kind of a blue-green color. And we're just paddling around a bit. So here we are. There's just a couple of canoers and kayakers. There's all these little tiny sandbanks and stuff that we can just float by. And around us there are beautiful forests. They're not, I think they're not old growths because apparently there was a forest fire some years ago, but they're pretty, and nonetheless you can see some of them have like old man's beard, which is that long moss that's on it. So we just finished up our kayaking trip and we're both pretty tired. We're at this little cafe, Osprey Cafe, which is at the end of it's basically at the end of the road at Wells Gray National Park. So at the very, very end of the road is the Clearwater campground. Little cabin-y cafe, very cute. This is also where we rented the kayaks. Just having some coffee. So we are back at the campsite and are just chilling out a little bit. Let's see, what time is it now? It is 5:25 p.m. A little bit later we're gonna start cooking dinner. I think we're making pasta tonight. So our car is over here. The table's there. We've got the cooler, things that need to be refrigerated in there, everything in Ziploc bags because it gets very wet and gross because the ice, there's like solid blocks of ice and they start melting. So you can dump the water out. We have our tent. So this is a perfect, I think you could theoretically sleep 3 people, but it's perfect size for 2. And it did rain 2 nights ago. Yeah, so it was very wet, but we've got our fire going here. We just bought some firewood. Firewood is pretty expensive. We paid $10 for that bundle, whatever's burning here. It's really big, like it's a big site, but over here we just have a line with stuff drying on it. We have our sleeping bags out there, and then here's like a little camping table. There are coin showers, so I actually took a shower this morning, which felt awesome. I was feeling so disgusting, always like putting on mosquito spray and sunscreen and all that. There are quite a few mosquitoes, so definitely take some good mosquito spray, but there are no flush toilets, so they're pit toilets, which are kind of gross, but whatever, you get used to them. So we are just chilling out a little bit and then we'll be cooking dinner. Maybe I'll show you a little bit of what we're making. I don't know, it's not super interesting. We're just making pasta tonight with like a ready-made sauce. Yeah, no gourmet cooking going on here. Look at this, the sun is coming out. Oh dear, we're leaving tomorrow. This is like the first bit of sun we've had here. We are now cooking dinner. We're making the pasta, so we're preparing the hot water there. Fire's going. I just put another log on. I did some reading. I've been reading this book, A Judge's Struggle for Justice in a First Nations Community. I have been really enjoying this. I'm almost actually done with it. And we've got some wine going. Yeah. Chopping up some mushrooms for the pasta sauce. So here's the cheesy pasta sauce. We added some mushrooms to it, a little bit of red wine and some cheddar. And here's the pasta cooking, almost done, and then we're going to have a spaghetti feast. Hello everyone. So yesterday I actually already filmed here at the Helmcken Falls, which is sort of the main like super beautiful attraction in Wells Gray, and it was rainy and not very nice weather. So today we decided to come again. We did some more drone footage, and it is so much more beautiful in the sun. Like, it's crazy how beautiful this waterfall is, and I think it's just so amazing because it falls down into this big sort of kettle, like this big basin, and that's what makes it look so impressive. So we are stopping at a couple waterfalls on the way out of the Provincial Park, and we are stopping now at Spahats Falls. So we have just hiked up to Kinney Lake, which is right behind me, and cut my hair is flying. Took a shower this morning and let it air dry, so this is what happens. Anyway, so behind me is Kinney Lake, and this is along the Berg Lake Trail in Mount Robson Provincial Park. Yeah, it's a really nice trail. It's an easy trail. I think it's like 100 something meters elevation in 4.5 kilometers, so we only had about, I don't know, less than an hour to get up here. So we're gonna probably hike a little bit more depending on if the weather is fine. I don't know if it's gonna start raining. This lake is very, very aquamarine color because it's full of this kind of mineral salt sludge from the stones basically, and that's what gives it that bright color. Over here there's actually a wild campground, so you have to hike into this campground if you're doing the multi-day trip. And we came over from the very start of the lake over there. Actually, I've had quite a few questions from people regarding bears because there are bears in this area of Canada. So on our backpack we have these bear bells, and it's basically just jingles the whole time, so it makes noise because most bears will run away when they hear you. So the whole time you're walking it's like this. And then we also actually have bear spray just in case. I mean, God forbid that should ever happen, that we do get attacked, but if we do, then we do have bear spray. This is basically like a really, really strong pepper spray. You pull this out and push, and then it just, yeah, the pepper spray comes out and you just aim for its nose and throat. And that you just carry like on the side so that it's ready. Like there's a little holder thing so that it's not like in your backpack, obviously, because then you have to like dig it out. We're gonna try to fly the drone again. Oh, here it is, it's tiny. That white thing. It's the DJI Mavic Air. There we go. So we're now coming back from Kinney Lake on the trail out. You can hear the jingling of our bear bells. And this is the trail that I was talking about, how it goes through this beautiful forest. It's not old growth, like never before cut forest. It's not like virgin rainforest, but it's just like a nice forest. There's some big trees here. You can see the river right behind me there. So a lot of water in that one. Because it's been raining, there's a lot of water at the moment. So this is our campground at the Mount Robson. It's called Robson Meadows Campground. So here's our car. There's our rainy tent. It rained again. What a surprise. Here is our fire. So, and then here we have our table with a big tarp that we've mounted because it's been very rainy. And I'm just cooking dinner now. I am making the vegetables and steak. Here's our Weber grill. Got the steaks on there and the grilled vegetables that are basically done.